My name is Subomi Onanuga, and since leaving the University of Chichester, I worked in retail for a little while I tried to figure out what role I really wanted to kind of find myself into after doing my accounting and finance degree. So I was in retail for a few months, and then I got a couple of temp positions, one in Canary Wharf at Jones Lang LaSalle, and another at the Cambion Group based in Hammersmith. I am currently working as the accounts payable manager at Not on the High Street, and I have been here for about 2.5 years now. And I like to think that this is the job that I was supposed to be doing. What I do on a day-to-day basis is pretty much looking after our supplier relationships, maintaining those relationships, dealing with any queries, and making sure that we as an accounts payable team are working as efficiently as possible. Studying at the University of Chichester Business School really helped me towards where I'm at now in my career in terms of the course content and what we were offered on a daily basis. I found that being in an environment where we could kind of learn from lecturers and each other in almost like a classroom setting instead of a room full of about 200 students was really helpful and beneficial to me in the way that I like to learn. And I really enjoyed that. That was the setup that I had throughout the 3 years that I was there. The best memory that I have at the university, I think has to be, as boring as it might sound, sitting in the library with a group of my friends on my course, and us just kind of trying to learn what it was that we had been taught that month, that week. I'm just kind of going over our coursework, preparing for exams, and normal students might think, oh, library is like the most boring thing, but I found that us working together and actually trying to learn off of each other was the best way that we were able to kind of get that information to sink in. And most of that time really was actually spent just kind of, even though I shouldn't say this, just kind of like joking around. But I did find that when we actually did do work, it was really meaningful work that ended up sinking in more than just trying to kind of memorize what you found in the book by yourself. One of the big draws for me attending the University of Chichester was the emphasis that they placed on sport at the university. I'm a very keen, or I like to think I'm a keen athlete. So I train as much as I can in my free time when I can. And knowing that the university kind of placed that emphasis on sport as part of your study as well was something that was really important to me. Currently, because of how important sport is, I haven't really prioritized taking my exams any further. But part of my degree, I was able to get some exemptions from my exams as well. So knowing that fact as well is kind of one of the benefits that I find of having been to university and studying there. If I knew then what I know now, I probably would have given more thought to doing a placement year. So, like I said earlier, just because of the importance that sport plays in my life and what I kind of where I kind of see myself in a few years, I probably didn't give doing a placement year as much thought as I could have done. And I think if I was to go back and make that decision again, it's probably something, I'm not going to say 100% I would have done it, but it's probably something I would have weighed my options, and who knows, maybe instead of doing a couple of temp roles before getting this perfect job here, I might have actually just landed this straight after university.